Thank you very much for this kind introduction. Yeah, I'm very happy to be here and talk to you about some research that we have been doing throughout the last years. And we got interested in this topic of blockchains, and I want to show you how we can combine this actually with enterprise modeling, which is my traditional research subject, and give you some insights into our latest research results and highlight the opportunities and challenges that might occur from this combination. So when we start, I hope it's working, with the topic of blockchain. So you probably all heard about this topic, and it's almost every day in the media. So I think you cannot actually escape this topic. So you have probably most recently heard of things like what Mark Zuckerberg is doing with this Libra coin, where he wants to create a new global virtual currency. Some people would argue that it does not really belong to blockchain. I would say it does belong to blockchain at some sense at least. So that's something that has been discussed throughout the last weeks. Then we have things like Microsoft now also launching approaches where you can actually store your digital identities using, for example, the Bitcoin blockchain. Then we have seen things like Amazon popping up now, providing services like managed blockchain services where you can run, for example, your own blockchains on the Amazon cloud. We have seen things like companies like IBM partnering here with the logistics company Maersk, doing a very big worldwide logistics blockchain project. And not finally, but not last, we also have here the scientific aspect. So there are also now the first attempts to establish blockchains in the area of science, and this is this Blocksberg project that has been started by Max Planck Institute in Germany actually, where they also want to establish blockchains for the world of science. So when we look at that, we can see that blockchain actually affects very fundamental parts of our lives. So on the one hand side, we have here what Mark Zuckerberg is doing, that's in the area of money, and that's also where blockchain is most well known for, from the area of Bitcoin, for example. Then we have this aspect of identity, which is also quite an important topic where blockchain is being discussed. Then, of course, on the level of IT platforms, how does it change our thinking of platforms? Then business, I'm sorry, there's one S that just got lost here a little bit. Okay, it's always the formatting. And then finally also in the area of science. So very fundamental areas actually of our lives that should be targeted by blockchain. And we can say, well, yeah, great. So let's jump. And how wonderful is this technology? Is it not a real revolution that we are seeing? And we can say, well, that's some kind of hype. Yeah, so I would say, okay, we're all jumping in the air and think, wow, that's great. I'm a bit more critical